Hey everyone, it's Pat from Pat's Over Music, and today we're going to be talking about what I think everybody should learn in order to become a better musician. We're not talking about just being a better guitarist, a better overall musician. So let's get started. So the first thing you should know is you should know your instrument. So you should know that this is called the body, that these are called pickups if you've got an electric guitar. If you've got an acoustic guitar, then in the middle you'll have a hole. The sound comes out of it, it's called the sound hole. You've got the neck. You've got, normally you'd have a head. There's no head on this guitar, it's headless. But normally you've had the head, you'd have the tuners up here. On this guitar, the tuners are down there. You'd have volume and tone, and you've had a pickup selector, or you might have a microphone inside your acoustic bridge. You should definitely know those things first. So step one, know your instrument. Once you know your instrument, you should know the different names of the strings. So E, A, D, G, B, E. Or Eddie, 8, Dynamite, Goodbye, Eddie. Or there's a lot of different sort of ways of memorizing that, but you should know the parts of your instrument, you should know the names of the strings. Once you can do that, I would start learning different chords. Next, you should know all of the basic chords. So you should know your C major, you should know your D major, you should know your G major, A major, A minor, E major, E minor. Once you know them, then you should also try and learn your D minor and your F major. Now, if those chords were way too fast, don't worry. In the description below, I've linked some videos that will help you with every aspect of this. So it's just try and help you. If you don't know, if you're not sure about one of the areas, click on one of the videos below and I'll link them at the end of the video as well. So once you know, you've got the different parts, you know the names of the strings, you know the first sort of starting chords, you're doing really, really well. Next thing you should know is you should know what notes you can find on the guitar. Now, I'm not talking about memorizing every single fret on every single string, because that would take ages. I'm not talking about that. In fact, when I was a beginner, I would go to a butcher shop and I would get a massive piece of paper, of butcher paper. I drew the guitar neck all the way up to the 22nd or the 21st fret, because I had a Fender, and I would write down all of the notes just so I would know. I'm not saying you need to go 100% nerdy like me, but I'm saying you should be able to work out what notes are there in the guitar. Even if it takes you a little while, you should be able to. So all the notes you can find on a guitar are here. So let's start from A. So you've got A and then A sharp, B and C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and then it starts again. So if you were to pick an A note, so it would go, and then it would just continue again. So from one A to A. Now, I'm not saying again that you should know how to do that instantly and off your head. That's fine, but you should know how to work it out. So what I'm saying is if you've got an E string, you should know that the first fret is going to be F. You should know next to that F is going to be F sharp, next to that F sharp is going to be G. Now, where it gets confusing with sharps and flats is if you're going up a scale, then you're going up in sharps. And if you're going down a scale, you're going down in flats. Or it depends what key signature. If this is all going over the top of your head, that's okay. It's just important to know that if you go from F and you go up a fret to F sharp, the same note is called G flat. So you could either think of it as an F sharp or you could think of it as a G flat. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, there's more videos linked below. Once you know all of that, you should start tuning your instrument by ear. We're gonna do a whole video on this, but very, very quickly, what you're gonna need is a tuner. Whether you're using an app like Guitar Tuner, spelled T-U-N-A, it's a free tuning app, that's a great app for your phone. You've got a little headstock tuner, like what I've got here. Anything is absolutely fine. So what you wanna be able to do is turn on your little tuner, and you wanna be able to tune the thick string. So the thick string is going to be E. Now, if you go up to the 5th fret, that is an A note. The string below the 6th string is an A note as well. So once you've tuned your 6th string, turn off the tuner and play the 5th string. And then play the 6th string. Play them together. Do they sound the same? If they don't sound the same, then your 5th string is going to be a little bit out of tune. Try and tune it by ear. Once you've given it a go and you've tried maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 times, then double check with your tuner if it's actually in tune or not. Once you've done the top 5th and 6th string, drop down and use your first finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string. So that is your D note. So that's the same as the string below that. Do the same thing. Once you've done that, move your first finger down again to the 5th fret. So that note there is a G. Should be the same as the 3rd string. Once you've done that, this is the only tricky thing, you have to move back to the 4th fret. And the 4th fret on the 3rd string is a B, which should be the same note on the 2nd string. Double check your tuning again, then go to your 5th fret on the 2nd string, and that's an E note, should be the same as your 1st string. Now, if all of your guitar's in tune like mine and you're thinking, Pat, there wasn't much help, my guitar's not, it's in tune. What I would do is, I would actually do the opposite, is I would make sure your 6th string is in tune and I would purposely detune all the other 5 strings, just so you can give it a go with your ear. That's the next thing you should do. The next thing is to learn cover songs. Now, some people are just lucky and they're gifted and they have a good ear from the get-go. That's certainly not me, and if you struggle learning songs by ear that you're hearing on the radio, that is fine. Look at YouTube, find a tutorial. Just type in how to play whatever the name of the song is. You'll find someone that's teaching you how to play it, then you can start learning. So you can start learning chords, you can start learning melodies, one finger riff ideas, anything. But highly recommend learning cover songs. I know many musicians over the years, myself included for a little while, that sort of think, no, I don't need to play cover songs, I just want to write my own songs. Yeah, that's good. But I would say that you progress a lot faster in your playing and just your overall ideas and imagination if you can play other people's songs. The reason why is you'll get exposed to different elements that you wouldn't normally play or hear yourself, different chord progressions. So I'm not saying you should learn every song. Maybe you don't like Katy Perry or Justin Bieber or whatever. I would just say learn as many genres and different music as you can. If you love metal or you love pop and you only listen to metal or you only listen to pop, I would say try playing some country or some blues or some rock. Try and expand and play other genres. You'd be surprised at what you can learn, and there'll be some cool chord progressions that you think, oh, that's really interesting. I'll use that for my music. I would definitely learn covers. Highly recommend it. Once you start learning covers, I would definitely start writing your own songs. It can be so much fun just spending an afternoon just thinking, oh, I really like this C chord. What would happen if I play a D chord next? Ooh. What about a G? Ooh, that's quite nice. What if I add in like a sus4 and a sus2? But if you're not sure about theory, just go from this route. All right, I'm going to play a C chord now. But now I'm going to put my pinky down here. Ooh, now I'm going to take my pinky off and just have 2 fingers. Now I'm going to put my first finger over here. Ooh, does that work or does that not work? So just try it. Even if the chord progression doesn't work to begin with, just keep noodling around. Just have fun with your instrument. That's what we're talking about here, just having fun. So even if you're not sure what notes you're playing just yet, you're not sure about different chord theory, noodle around and have fun. And last thing we're talking about is how to read sheet music. Now, you don't have to go into the crazy nitty-gritty of learning how to read all different notes on the stave if you don't want to, but I highly recommend just having a basic knowledge of how to read a chord chart. So a chord chart, it'll have the name of the song at the top, it'll have different chords, and it will have different basic rhythms. That'll mean that you'll be able to instantly have a look, have a bit of a read, and you'll instantly be able to, see if we can get a bit of a nice strummy sound. You'll instantly just be able to go, oh, okay, all right, this is how you play it. So you'll instantly be able to put it together, having that basic theory knowledge. Now I'm gonna link, the last video linked below is a link to my grade 1 theory playlist where it's all about theory. So if you do wanna dive into that, you've got those options. But that's it. Well done for making it to the end. Those are all the different things I think every guitarist / musician should know. You might be stronger in some areas than others, but really as long as you can tune your guitar, you know the different parts of the guitar, you know how the guitar works, you know the names of the strings, you know where the chords are, that's really the most important thing. And then once you start from there, you can start learning covers, writing your own songs, learning theory. But once you know the names of the notes, really the sky's the limit, because once you know that there's going to be a G note here, when you play a G chord, you can start putting together, oh, it's a G chord because I've got this note over here. That's what makes it a G chord. And it's a C chord because I've got a C note over there. Then you can really start learning the fretboard, and you don't have to memorize every fret. You can just start piecing together why chords sound that the way they do and what notes. So important, it will really help every aspect of your playing. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out more of my Modern One guitar playlist, check out this link. Otherwise, I'll see you all again. Bye.